Leggett, right corner, steps into a triple. Pure! And that is the first lead of the game for the Panthers. Ish Leggett makes it a 58-56 ball game with 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Corhen to Leggett, the triple. Oh yeah! 10-0 run. It's 63-56 with 8:20 to go. Pitt on top of Syracuse here as crunch time is quickly approaching. Lowe slices through the defense, behind the back pass. Corhen sticks it up and in. A little razzle-dazzle from Jalen Lowe to Cam Corhen, and that one may be the dagger. 72-62 with less than 2 minutes to go. Meeting at the center circle, it's Donnie Freeman for SU. For YSU, it's Gabe Dines, the 7'3" center. The jump ball is up and won by Youngstown. Nelson handles the rock for the first offensive possession of the extra frame. Carlos hounding Nelson, met by a double team, kicks to Farmer. One more, Harper drives middle, steps through, floats it up and in, the left-handed layup. First basket of extra period puts Youngstown up 75-73. Starling has a career-high 28 points. He stands at the block X with the ball. Dribbles, pulls from the mid-range. It's good. J.J. Starling with the little push shot. Ties the game up at 75 apiece, 4:20 to go in overtime.
Silky smooth, he hedged perfectly, got himself open, and had brilliant touch to net it.
A career-high 30 for J.J. Starling, the junior from Baldwinsville. Nelson back the other way, kicks to Farmer. Drives down the baseline, mid-range J, front iron misses. Rebound goes to Bell, and Syracuse can take the lead. Under 4 minutes to go in overtime. Who else but J.J. Starling has the rock? Drives to the left, pulls up from the elbow, and splashes it home. J.J. with 32, and he is talking his talk. The guard getting the dome crowd involved as SU takes a 77-75 lead, 3:30 to go in OT. Nelson to Farmer. One more to Harper, straight away. Back to Nelson, standing at the S. Nelson crosses over down the right baseline, kicks out to Gillette, top of the key. Gillette driving right, hanging and hitting on the tough way. Once again, Gillette going at Donnie Freeman, and it's tied at 77, 3 minutes to go in OT.
Freeman is really struggling down low, even with the 5-inch height advantage on Nico Gillette.
Starling, left wing, drives, floats, too strong. Freeman with the stick back. Freeman there on the weak side, and it's 79-77, under 3 minutes to go in OT. Youngstown trying to come up with another timely basket. Harper kicks to Nelson, and it's pickpocketed. Jake Juan Carlos in transition. No one there, and he lays it in. SU on top, 81-77, and Jake Juan Carlos did it all by himself.
Massive awareness to recognize the guard, had his head up, directing traffic, and ball way out from his body. Tipped it away and got that fast break bucket.
2-possession game, 2:15 to go in the extra period. Nelson being hounded by Carlos on the perimeter. Trying to drive left, flips it up, and is fouled by Carlos. A wild shot, but doesn't matter, because Nelson will head to the charity stripe for 2. About a minute gone here in the second quarter. Potts, right corner. Swings over to Velez in the right wing. Feed for Verjao. Down low for Wood. Sticks it up and in. Another big-to-big action puts SU up double digits. It's 29-19. A $1:30 gone here in the second quarter.
And Virginia Tech went into a zone there. Syracuse just ripped it apart.
Nelson, cross-court feed for Wells. Mid-range J from the baseline, too strong. Rebound gathered by Velez. Outlet pass to Potts. She'll slow it down. Finds Verjao on the right corner. Feed inside for Wood. Top of the key now. Here's Velez. Pump fakes. Drives down the middle. Potts gets it back straight away. Halfway through the shot clock. 15 to go on the red timer. And another charging foul. This time it's on Syracuse. Angelica Velez stuck out the chicken wing, or as they like to call it here, the hokey wing. And for the second time, Velez has been called for an offensive foul, which prompts Coach Felicia Jack to put back in Dominique Camp off the bench.
And that time it was Layla Wells who drew the foul, and it looked kind of questionable. It looked like Wells definitely did a good job selling it. Wasn't sure if I saw the true contact from Velez.
Wenzel, left wing, leading scorer for the Hokies. Had a quiet first quarter with just 3 points. White gets blocked on her way to the rim by Verajao. Orange in transition with Dominique Camp. Picks up her dribble at the three-point line. Feed down low and is intercepted by Karis Baker. The 6'2 forward going coast to coast and slowing things down. Wells back inside for Baker. Left hand flip. It's in. 29-21. VT crawling back with 7:30 to go in the second frame. Shy Hawkins. Right corner feed inside. Double team met for Verajao. Back out to Wood. An extra pass to the right corner for Potts. Potts gets it back. Straight away now, here's Hawkins. Isolating Wenzel. Driving down, floating it up, and getting it to go. Difficult baseline finish off the glass for Shy Hawkins as the true freshman puts Syracuse back up 10, 7 minutes to go in the second.
And Hawkins providing a lot of energy, too, for Syracuse everywhere on the boards and making her minutes count.
Wenzel trying to isolate Potts, going towards the right side, flips it off the side of the backboard, and then it trickles out of bounds. Looks like it's going to stay right here as a couple of subs coming in for both sides. The Orange, it's Woolley and Burrows in the place of Potts and Verajao, so going smaller is the Cuse. And Mackenzie Nelson comes out of the game in place of Lonnie White, the starting point guard. So baseline out of bounds for the Hokies, 11 on the shot clock. Feed to the top of the key. Layla Wells looking for a post up for Baker. Gets it down low, but it's tipped away. Ball on the floor. Someone's got to get it, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow. Has it staying with the Hokies, but just 5 on the shot clock as a near sideline inbounds upcoming. Lonnie White, the 9-point per game scorer, triggering in. Gets it to Eck on the baseline. Driving right, flips it to Baker. And the shot is no good, tipped away, and then a shot clock violation as Eck got the ball back. Don't know if that was a block, a steal, a combination of the two, but either way, it results in Syracuse possession.
The Orange doing a really nice job getting their hands in there, either poking it away or getting block shots.
So it's 31-21 Orange as Woolley drives right down the alley and gets the and one to go. Georgia showing out in Virginia as she gets a chance for a three-point play, 6:30 to go. 33-21 lead for the Orange. Woolley wasted no time getting down the right alley and rewards herself with a trip to the charity stripe. And the free throw no good, so Woolley will stay at 5 points. The lead will stay at 12. 6:30 to go in the quarter. Lonnie White dribbles with the right hand at the top of the key, picks up that dribble, gets it to Eck in the right corner. Eck looking for options, feeds down low, and then push back out to the elbow is Baker. Baker driving left, kicking, and tipped out of bounds. Good defensive play right there by Georgia Woolley. And with 9 on the shot clock, the Hokies will have another sideline out of bounds, this time from the far sideline right in front of the Syracuse bench. Pitt's Ben Sauls has everything you want in a place kicker. Power, he's got plenty of that.
This one on the way, and it is good! Wow! He stays perfect from 58!
Accuracy, no problem.
Chip shot attempt coming for Ben Sauls, who has been perfect this season, and that trend continues. Panthers on the board first.
And what's a good kicker if they don't have the clutch gene?
He won't have to tip anybody if he hits this field goal. Up and got it! Sauls does it again!
Yep, Sauls is the complete package. And he's a perfect 10 of 10 on field goal attempts this year as well. Not to mention, he just set the Pitt program record a few weeks ago with his 58-yarder against Cal. And the lefty has a secret weapon that no other kicker in the country can boast. His holder just so happens to be his best friend. Cam Guess, who has known Sauls for nearly a decade, is the man handling the snaps and putting the laces out on every single kick.
That was a huge piece for me, because not only have we known each other for, going on 9 years, he's been my holder since I got here. And to have that kind of chemistry, to have that trust over all that time is really big for me kicking field goals. So it's a really big piece.
Sauls and Guess met when they were just teenagers, training under Adam Tanowski at Hammer Kicking Academy. Despite the two living over 250 miles apart, they formed a close bond through their time practicing at various camps and clinics. And it didn't take long for Tanowski to take notice of the duo.
You could tell the two of them at such a young age how not only uncanny their mental toughness and athleticism was, but talent was always there. So you can tell very early, 14, 15, 16, who had the dedication to do extra lessons, do extra work, maintain relationships, call on the phone. They were two kids who were very special very early on.
When the friendship started, Guess wasn't planning on being a holder, though. Instead, he was one of the top-ranked punters in America. The Pittsburgh native was top 10 at his position in the class of 2020, according to kicking guru Jamie Cole. So when Guess committed to his hometown Panthers alongside Sauls, the buddies thought they'd someday be the two stars of the special teams unit. But while the kicker ascended up the depth chart, things just didn't work out for the punter. And after a few years of no luck, that's when Guess gave holding a shot.
I came in wanting to punt. That was the dream. I played a couple games a couple years back. Didn't go as planned, not as well as I wanted to. But I want to find a way on the field, whether that's leadership or just holding the ball every day,
Ever since then, Guess has been thriving in his role. And Coach Tanowski wants people to know.
He holds for a lefty on a grass field on an overload field goal unit. He is the best holder in college football.
Regardless of how good of a holder anyone may be, the position isn't really one that you can make a career out of. Almost every holder at the pro level is just a punter or backup QB. That doesn't matter for Guess. The fifth-year senior loves what he does, and he loves helping his best friend even more. And it's that relationship with Sauls that motivated Guess to stay for one more year at Pitt.
Last year I graduated, and I had a couple talks with Ben and my family and his family together. He kind of convinced me, why end on that when I have another year and we can come back and do something special. And one of the goals for me is obviously help him in any way get to the league, because he's an NFL-capable kicker. I want to do anything in my power that I can do to aid that and help him get to that next level. So,
safe to say, Guess has fulfilled his promise. Sauls is making a very real case to be the top kicking prospect in college football. And when he has his pro day with Hammer Kicking Academy leading up to the NFL draft, Coach Tanowski says Guess will be right by Sauls' side.
I hold for everyone, whether it was, Cam Little or Blake Grupe or, anyone like that who at their pro day, I hold for everyone. But I said, hey, I think we should make this relationship complete and make sure he holds for you at pro day as well.
Guess and Sauls have always been the common denominator in one another's careers, from kicking clinics as teenagers to committing to Pitt together up until today. But even if the bond was started on the field, Sauls and Guess's friendship is so much bigger than just a snap, hold, and kick.
Yeah, it sounds a little corny, but he's like a brother to me, so an extra family member, and I'd do anything for him. So,
Jonah Weintraub, WAER Sports. Hey, thanks, John. Before Tuesday night, the two worst scoring defenses in ACC men's basketball were Syracuse and Miami, both allowed over 77 points per game. And after Tuesday night, it's safe to assume those two squads will remain at the bottom of that stat. The Orange fell to the Hurricanes 91-84 in a game that featured very little resistance. Miami shot 55% from the floor and went 10 of 20 from deep. Syracuse head coach Adrian Autry didn't mince words about his unit's effort on that side of the ball.
We just didn't play defense. We just showed up today, gave up 90 points. We talked about what we needed to do, and we didn't do it. Can't play this game on one end of the floor and have no interest on the other end. And that's what I felt my team did today. And, and that's why we lost.
And don't bet on SU's defensive woes going away this weekend either. Syracuse hosts North Carolina on Saturday, and the Tar Heels score 80 points per game. That's a top 3 mark in the ACC. The Cuse hopes to tighten up the defense when UNC comes to town at 6. WAER's pre-game coverage starts at 5:30 with McClurg Remodeling countdown to tip-off. And today is actually the first time in a week that no SU team is in action. But don't worry, because Orange women's basketball visits Stanford tomorrow night. Syracuse won games against Virginia Tech and Wake Forest last week. That was the first time all season that SU beat back-to-back power conference opponents. The Orange aim to carry that momentum into tomorrow's clash against the Cardinal at 10. And in the NBA, the Knicks continued their winning ways with a 128-115 victory over the Pacers yesterday. New York has won 8 of 10. Jonah Weintraub, WAER Sports.